Good afternoon, welcome to the Tea and Cakes and glamorous artistic pieces that you see. I'd like to introduce Rob Williams, who's the chairman of Canopy, and he's going to get us going. Get us going, Rob.
Okay, thank you, Roger. Hello everybody. Well, all I can say, number one, is thank you all for turning up to this auspicious event. Here we are in the it's the first of several shows of this wonderful art, and so this is the beginning of a tour across the whole of the forest, possibly, and maybe beyond. You never know. So, first of all, I'd like to say welcome to everybody, and thank you to various. I'll do a bit of thank youing afterwards. There's a bit of news I'd like to say. Just to explain what this show is about, in case you didn't know, it's a group of people who have gone on walks in all weathers, isn't that right? All weathers? In fact, mainly just rain, as far as I know. And then after that, we've had a series of workshops where you've come along and, with the help of Sarah and Roger, and sometimes me, being encouraged to do your own thing. And then here we are, you've brought all your work back, and here it is for everybody on the group to see what everybody else has been doing. And hopefully most of the people who've done the work on the walks and been to the workshops are here today, so you can all exchange your stories if you want. So that's basically all I have to say about this. One other thing is this is quite important, because this is the first event that Canopy are having known that we've now moved on to the next level. We applied to the Arts Council for some money to help Sarah and I and Roger and all our volunteers to help us to pay for some work that we've been doing voluntarily. We'll still carry on. But luckily, we found out about a month ago that we've been awarded the money from the Arts Council, so they obviously think what we're doing is fabulous. And we are looking at, we had interviews, we've had a lot of applicants, and we're now looking at who are having the job, and they'll hopefully be starting in January. And so we'll keep you briefed. So we're expanding now, and we're looking to continue to grow, and so watch this space, really. And I'd like to just say a few thank yous, obviously, to all of you who came on the walk, and all of you who went to the workshops, and a special thank you to Sarah, who ran it all, and Roger, who also ran it all, and to all the various people who have helped let us use their facilities and all the rest of it, and just loads of you have helped out, otherwise these things just don't happen. And it's been great, and it's really wonderful to see how you can make something grow in a space like this. I have to say, I think it's pretty fertile ground, so it's not that hard. Okay, folks. That's all I have to say for the moment. I'm here all afternoon if you want to know of anything particularly, and I'll move you on to Roger. Could you introduce the next person, please?
Yeah.
This is Roger, by the way. Thank you.
What's important about making things like this happen is what we're doing now is coming together and meeting people you don't know. But there's a lot of support, and a lot of the things we've been doing is getting the support of parish councils. And the parish councils are all contributing to make new things happen in the future. Alison is here as chair of West Dean. So, example of one of the people that have been supporting us.
Hello, I've been on West Dean Parish Council for about 4 years, and for my sins I've been chair for about, I don't know, seems like 20 years, but I think it's about 4 months, something like that. So I've sat on various committees, and Canopy's name does come up fairly regularly, which just tells you all of the work that Roger and Sarah do and their colleagues. I was kind of aware, this is an artistic thing, it's to do with art, that's great, And then I heard them on Clare Balding, on Ramblings, and I heard what you were doing out in the wilderness, looking at it all. So there are two little things it made me think of. One is, I went to college in Dundee, and I did a placement in Inverness. I stayed on the Black Isle for 3 months, and every day I looked out of this picture window at the most beautiful view, and I spoke to my landlady about it, and she said, yeah, we appreciate it, but some of our people, they just forget about it, you know? You're so used to it, you don't notice it anymore. And I thought, well, I'm noticing it because it's so wonderful, and I'm the same here, you know? And also, I think about, what do they call it, active listening. So you can be hearing someone talking to you, and they say something, you think, oh, I've got to say something back to that, I've got to mention something, and you're so busy thinking about what your reply is going to be, you don't actually hear what they say. And so the important thing about this is, people are going out on these lovely walks, come rain or shine from what I understand, and they are not just walking through, they are actually stopping and they're looking and they're thinking. And I mean, I can't even draw stick men properly, but I mean, look at this stuff, it's absolutely fantastic. And
Some of it drawn with a stick as well.
I bet it has. And I just think it's a wonderful opportunity for people, and I think it's such wonderful work that you're all doing. And I'm really delighted to have been asked to come along to speak about it, because it's great. So please do enjoy this wonderful display. I haven't looked at it all yet, but what I've seen is absolutely amazing. So just enjoy the afternoon. Thank you for coming.
So, you're going to be asked a bit later what's your favourite piece, so we'll have a good look round. Sarah, come and talk about
just
the...
very, very quickly, because I'm very conscious that many people who just arrived come desperate for a cup of tea or a glass of something, and the last thing you want to do is to listen to somebody stewing on. But quickly is to say that this, well, firstly, well done to everybody who's got work hanging today, because I know that many of you may not have seen your work up on the wall before in this capacity, and that's absolutely fabulous. So congratulations to all the participants, of which there were many over the last few months, September, October, November, in those walks and workshops. Absolutely fabulous. What is happening next with this exhibition? Hopefully, if you're here today, you'll be able to take your work home with you, because since I received it, I've had Andrew taking photographs, Andrew McBean here, was taking photographs of your work, so that next year the travelling exhibition will be a travelling exhibition of photographs of your work, and obviously working in the workshops and in the forest. So that will be a travelling exhibition that goes to different venues across the forest. I've already got 2 venues in the Dean Heritage Centre, in the Cafe and in Gallery 41 over March. I've already been offered a venue at Robbinswood, which is the Centre for Gloucestershire Wildlife Trust that we're partnering with. So I'm looking at other suitable venues, if anybody knows of any particular ones where we don't need a student and where the work is not for sale, then obviously let me know, particularly in the forest, because that's what we're trying to celebrate. Let other people know what you can do, not just during the creative walk, but as a consequence of the creative walk. So I hope you enjoy seeing other people's work, and today there are also lots of you who've been here with Canopy for several years as volunteers, and so this is a big thank you to those people who've come as volunteers, but not just the walks, but other of the festivals that we've done. And I look forward to hopefully working with you or asking you to pour a cup of tea or fill a glass of wine. Some of you were asked because you arrived early and I grabbed hold of you to do that. So thank you very much, Karen and Bill, just recently, and Dave, that's just arrived, who I've not met before or spoken with greatly, but that's been very kind of you. There are some raffle tickets that are being sold, because we've got some little raffle press, only a little bit of fun for the afternoon. And if anybody, as you take your work away, if it's got a frame on it and we didn't receive it framed, but you'd like to keep the frame, you can either put a donation in the little orange box, or if not a donation, donation, then obviously that will enable me to get more frames for other people. But otherwise I can take your work out of the frame. It's quite simple. And I've also got another little notice board over there. If you could put some words down, a little bit of feedback about how you've got on or what you think of today. It doesn't just have to be you as a participant. I've got a little board over there with post-its. It would be lovely to have those comments captured, because believe it or not, funding bodies always want a little bit of evaluated comments, and those words mean a lot to us. So that's enough. But thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate it. Please go into the coffee shop, have a coffee, tea, glass of wine, something else, sit down, chat to other people. If they've got a badge on, they're the artists. And you've not got yours, but I've got it. Okay, thank you very much. Go and enjoy. And thank you, Mark, for coming and taking photographs.
The real second because not last October, in October before, we did the first Canopy Arts Jam event in this very building, and part of the event was a parade through the village in the pouring rain, as you will see. And this was part of what I saw. A man dressed as a jackdaw uses a poem out of the mouth of a poet. This is called Fallen Trees, and this is written on one of the walls. Fallen trees, they seem dead, crash landed, feather wings held up by a damaged spine. Fallen trees, lines across land, blocking paths, denting grass and memory. Fallen trees, roots now arc in the air, gasping to survive, maybe sinking into history. Now we're going to read a couple by Melanie, whose work is over here. So it's a live person there, there's a word in it. This is called A Beautiful Day in the Forest. A view from Bream I've never seen, by the monument looking clean. Signs of autumn beyond in the forest. Greens, browns, yellows, oranges, reds, and squirrels getting ready for their winter rest. Birds are singing in the sunshine, in the heart-shaped lime tree bee, observing and studying the silver birch markings with glee. So many trees and leaves to see. How intricate each leaf, their veins leading to their core, like our ribs attached to the sternum. Is it better here?
Further on.
Literally, yeah. I thought, while looking at the red-berried viburnum, sharing a wall with strangers, what has brought us all together today? The Forest of Dean, wildlife to be seen, observed, shared, and a cosy, warm togetherness for lunch. This is by life, grief, and loss. Life can be scary and full of monsters. But pause, look, breathe, open your mind. Shed the layers and be afraid no more. Fact. We are all going to die. We are on this earth for a short time. What we experience we can learn and grow from if we choose. We are like trees of the forest. Each of us an individual with several roles and branches that make us who we are. Seasons, years pass us by, nothing stays the same. Like a tree, when we die, other things, people will grow and we leave behind a footprint to reminisce, to smile, be sad and to endure. Once loved and still loved, even though never more. We grieve, which is normal and natural for the ones we miss, be that a part, just a branch, not our all. Enjoy life wonders. Oh, how lucky I am to be able to walk, see, hear, smell, taste and touch and feel physically and emotionally. How lucky are you? Pete's poem is on here. He's going to.
Yeah, like, I forgot about when I made my birthday girl. Birthday? It's like a birthday. Oh,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
He's Canadian.
Thank you so much.
He's Canadian and he went.
And when he woke up, he was all alone on a day, with a broken heart and a cheeky home on a day, and I ask you now, tell me what would you do if her hair was black and her eyes were blue? You were handsome, you were pretty.